YouTube, this is Reverend TK421 here, and I got a brand new spinner for you guys. I call it the Chain Spinner. I'm pretty excited about this one because it's the easiest, simplest, and cheapest spinner I've done so far. To make this fidget spinner, you're going to need 22 links of 1/2 by 3/32 inch bicycle chain. This chain is typically used for 6, 7, and 8 geared bicycles, and I found it worked perfect for this. There's different colors of bike chain that you can use for this, so I'm going to be linking different colors of chain in the description. You can get these chains for really cheap or even free by asking the local bike store for their used chains. And if your chain's rusty, you can use a Dremel tool bit just like this one. It's a rotary brass brush, and it really gets the rust off very easily. You can also use a manual steel or brass brush too. This works. And some rust penetrant. A skateboard bearing or 608 bearing, some pliers, and 2 zip ties about this size. You can see that there's different colors you can use for this too. When it comes to the zip ties, make sure you don't get one that's more than 3/32 inch or 2.5 millimeters wide. Otherwise, it's not going to fit inside of the chain. A chain breaker. If you don't have a chain breaker, you can also use a center punch and a hammer to break the chain. And scissors. I'm going to be posting links in the description for the materials and tools that I used for this fidget spinner. All you have to do is take your chain and make it look like this. Now take your zip tie and put it inside of the chain, just like this. Now take your other zip tie and do the same for the other side. So it looks like that. Now you want to take this end and put it through the remaining links. So now it looks like this. Now put the ends of the zip ties inside the other ends. So it looks like this. Don't pull it too tight just yet. Now you take your bearing and you put it inside the chain, and then all you have to do is pull those zip ties. You might have to use some pliers to pull the zip ties tight. Now just cut the ends of the zip ties off, and there you go. And that's how easy it is. So right now you can just pop the bearing back out if you wanted to, and put the bearing back in, and it works. You could also glue the bearing to the chain so the bearing doesn't pop out, and I would do this by applying some epoxy or super glue in between the spaces of the chain in the bearing. But in my opinion, I prefer it not to be glued, because if you drop it, the bearing pops out and you just pop it right back in. Honestly, this spinner is pretty comfortable without buttons, but if you wanted to add some, you can just use some nuts here, or they sell fidget spinner buttons on eBay for pretty cheap. This one is just 2 nuts on a threaded post. And these 2 are just 2 bolts with a nut on the other end. Without any buttons, the spinner weighs 72 grams. And to compare that to, I'm going to weigh a sprocket spinner. So this means that it's a pretty heavy spinner, and it's going to spin for a while due to this weight. Let's see how long I can get this to spin for with a stainless steel bearing. 2 minutes and 6 seconds. This is just a reminder that I'm going to be giving one of my sprocket spinners away that you can see here. I'm going to be randomly picking this subscriber to win the fidget spinner on April 4th. Anybody that is subscribed to my channel has a chance to win this sprocket spinner. I hope you guys are enjoying your new fidget spinner and enjoyed the video. If you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe and give a like. Thank you for watching, and keep calm and spin on.